Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Madison area YMCA for session number 3 of the 2025 Madison area Y Ice Cube Invitational. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. We're going to be getting started shortly. I kind of jumped on a little earlier than anticipation. I was told a 1 o'clock start. Initially, the information came out in Meet Mobile as a 12:30 schedule. And as you can see, all the swimmers are eager to go. The timers, the volunteers, are starting to come down on deck. You'll see the different colored shirts down on deck. Those are 2 volunteers behind each block to do the timing. And you see most of the officials are around the pool, so we might be getting started a little earlier. I am just getting a couple things settled here. So if you're not familiar, there's an app, Meet Mobile, M-E-E-T, mobile. You can download phone or tablet. And Madison is publishing those results for free this weekend. So sometimes you might have downloaded that and then required to join a subscription. That is not required. If somebody could, the chat is open if you're on your phone or tablet watching this, or if you're on your computer, it's easy to type it, but if you're watching on a TV, if you can open it up, put a comment in the chat, let me know everything looks and sounds okay, or if it's easier, just give a like. I'll keep an eye on that just as an acknowledgement. We should be getting started shortly. This is the 11 and 12-year-old sessions. We're going from event 19. Where did I put my phone? Should know this off the top of my head. 19 through 36, so we're starting off 200 free relay. Odd numbers would be the girls, even numbers would be the boys. 200-yard fly, 200 breast, 100 IM, 50 back, 200 IM, 100-yard free, 50 fly, and 200-yard back. So this is our middle session today. It is in Meet Mobile. It does have all the times based on a 12:30 start. As we look across the pool, you can see that is the real time, 11:43, a little out of focus. All right, so obviously we're not starting at 12:30. If you are watching this and you haven't paused or rewound, you're about 30 seconds delayed. That's just the amount of time it takes the computer to take this, send it to the internet, YouTube do its thing, and then present it to you. Sometimes it might be a little less. There's a couple likes, so hopefully everybody heard me. Thank you. Appreciate that acknowledgement. So we are starting with relays. What I do during a start, on the top right, you'll see that orange text. That is the next group of swimmers to go. So I take that, and then I do an overlay, and if I'm on the right camera, there we go. Those are the lanes. That's funny. All right, so lane 1, top of your screen, lane 8 at the bottom, 25-yard pool. All starts will be on this right-hand side. There are timing pads only on the right-hand side. The scoreboard doesn't have the correct information. That'll get updated. I do keep that scoreboard on the whole time. So at the start, I will shut off the names, transition to a mid-pool camera. This is a little wide, but it gives us the ability, if certain races get split up, we can kind of see the whole pool. And then I have a camera down at the far end, so we'll see the turn. All right, real quick, what the official's doing, he's going down the line. He's making the announcement. Timers, lane 1, 3. So we're about to get started. So 12:45, I guess, right split the middle of a 12:30 and a 1 o'clock. All right, so this is a 200-yard freestyle relay. I do have the names, just a little challenging with 8-lane pool, 4 swimmers per lane to read them all. I probably will just read the lead groups. All right, so again, you see the white text there. Those are the teams about to go. And then I'll update the orange text on the top right with the teams to go next. All right, now on the top right, those are the teams in heat 2 of 2 here for the girls, 11, 12, 200 freestyle relay. Real quick, let's do this. Since we have And he's still reading off. I don't know why. We're having trouble focusing today. All right. We're going to do overhead starts. I don't have the luxury of panning down the start list each time, so we're going to kind of be quick, finishing one race, going into the next. All right, again, the chat is open. Anybody has questions or comments, please post them there. If I overlook a significant milestone or a stake cut or an accomplishment from a swimmer, please post it in there. I like to give a shout out when we can. All right, event 19 for this session. That's where we're starting. Girls 11-12, 200-yard freestyle relay. All right. Madison, lane 7, no show. So you see the timing volunteer put her hand over the block, indicating to the official we don't have swimmers here, and we're off. All right, so this is going to wrap up this leg, 50 complete for the first swimmers in the pool. That is lane 4, MYM. So that's Addison Charles completing Ara. She is now in the pool for that lane 4. They'll be followed by Liliana Ferreira and Layla Titus. That makes up the team in lane 4. They're closely followed by lane 5, Ridgewood Y, Kyoko Morimoto. Anna Rose is in the pool. Anna Rose Granelli. Nora Liu will be coming up, and then Caitlin Engelhone will anchor that. So they're first to the wall. 32-51 split there for second swimmer. That it should have been Anna Rose. Okay, you can see Ridgewood Y here, RY, supporting that lead there. Lane 4. Third swimmer, Liliana Ferrante, tightening that up. All right, we'll have our final swimmers, the anchors, entering the pool here. Lane 5 continues to lead. That should be Caitlin entering the pool, and Layla in 4. And then lane 6 should be Catherine Federakiv. All right. Close battle here. Now, the swimmers are not swimming, in a sense, first place, second place. It's all about the teams and the swimmers getting better cuts. So their finish time will ultimately be an entry for the next meet. All right, and there's a big push. Lane 4 comes back. 30-63 on that anchor. Should have been Layla Titus. Nice job there. They come home 2:13.59. They came in on a 2:16.80. Nice drop. It's 3+. All right, here we go. Heat 2 of 2. Then we'll have a boys. Teams will pop up on the top right. That'll be next. Okay, this is the final for the girls' relays. Top right are the boys' teams. So we're underway, heat 2 of 2 of this event 19. Lane 4 is leading them out. That is Montclair Y. That team is made up of Cece Fitzgerald, Nina Himmelberger, Daphne Razzo, and Maeve D'Amico. All right, that's lane 4, followed closely by lane 3. That's Ridgewood A. Grace Oranella, AJ Chua should be in the pool there. And then we have Lena Mersov and Kiera McAndrew coming in. All right, so lane 4, lane 3. Look at that, sub-1, both of those teams. Nice job, ladies. Tight one. Lane 4, lane 3. Oh, so WFY, Wyckoff family. Am I misreading that? Sorry. 4 and 3. I read you the names for Ridgewood, so I'm sorry. Oh, we got a huge lead here. So lane 4, this should be Maeve D'Amico going out strong. Let me read you lane 3 swimmers, WFY, Wyckoff Family Y. Sophia Karpov, MZ Sofin, Emma Gruppo, and Molly Lindquist. 26:37 coming home. Way to bring it, a 156.10. They came in on a 156.64, improving on that. Ladies and gentlemen, 26:37 on that final 50. That should have been Maeve D'Amico. Awesome. So that's going to wrap it up for the ladies. We have 2 heats on the men's side. Here's their lane assignments for heat 1 of 2. Top right are the entries in heat 2 of 2 for the guys. Again, this is event 20. The board went to 19 heat 3. Should be event 20. There they go. All right, lead group into the wall, GMY B team. Greater Marstown. Jeez. That is lane 5 leading them out. That team's made up of Arav Vermont, Logan Alfano, Brady D'Oliveira, and Daniel Davies. And they're followed closely by the Wyckoff team of William Crawford, Daniel Sparts, Anton Basov, and Daniel Lawler in 4. All right, here's our lead groups turning at the far end. Final swimmers getting ready on the blocks. See the boys coming home. Almost even at that point. This is lanes 5 and 4, middle of the pool. Coming into the finish. Looks like lane 5 will hold it. They go 2:08.50. Came in on a 2:14. Great improvement there, guys. Lane 4 goes 2:09.14. That improvement off a 2:09.86. Dropping time. This is heat 2 of 2. Then we're going to go to individual event next. So top right of your screen, you see 2 entries there for the first heat of the next event, which is a 200-yard butterfly. We have a tight one here between lanes 4 and 6. Lane 4, first to the wall. That's Madison A, Henry Bryant, Colin Rulliford, Kevin Benicino, and Peter Liu. Lane 6, GMYA team, Garrett Tufaro, Henry Frost, Ryan Dalal, and Preston Munn. Lane 4 putting a little space. Lane 2 battling, or lane 3 battling back. They'll be second to the wall at this point. Pretty tight in the middle of the pool, though. Lane 4, strong swimmer there. Kevin Bonaccino got a good start, putting space on the field. You see he's already turned. Big battle for second here. 27.98 on that leg. Madison 4. Lane 4, sorry. All right, this is second place swimmers here. So now the battle is between 6 and 5. And we'll come into the finish with the Madison A team, 152.37, dropping a bunch off a 155.70. So that 152.37 could be significant for a silvers or state. I don't have it in front of me right now. If somebody is tracking that and wants to post it in the comments, feel free. But a couple 27s on the board coming home. Nice job. All right, as I mentioned, we're going to individual now. We have 200-yard butterfly, heat 1 of 1 for the girls. 2 entries. Did they combine this? Probably not. Now, 2 swimmers on the blocks. Wyckoff Family Y, WFY, not to be confused, WY, Westfield YMCA. We are underway. Names you see top right are the boys' entries up next. All right, this is a 200, 8 lengths of the pool. That's 50 yards complete for the ladies. We have Melanie in lane 4, so to the right, and Lily in lane 5 to the left. This will be a 100 split on this right-hand wall. This is Lily. Previously, we saw Melanie. All right, we'll be at 150 here. Down and back to go. Definitely one of the tougher, if not the toughest, of events. All right, and Melanie into the wall, 247, just off her seed. Good time, good time. I don't know, I think this deserves ice cream doing. All right, nice job, ladies. Here are the entries for the boys, 2 through 6. And we're underway. It's weird. Did that? All right, the board got the start. I don't know. I didn't fully hear it, but we're underway. And all right, this is the only heat here. Then we'll go to event 23, 100-yard breaststroke. 5 heats for the girls. Names for heat 1, top right of your screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joined or you joined when you thought it should have started, which was kind of now, I might have been misinformed. I'm sorry, wrong camera. So we did actually start 15 minutes ago, but through the beauty of YouTube, at any point, you can rewind, go back and rewatch. We started with we had relays, 200 free for the boys and the girls. So you can go back and watch that. We are on event 22. The previous event, 21, was the first individual event. That was the girls' 200-yard butterfly with Melanie Island and Lily Grupo. And now we're on to the boys' event 22. So apologize. I think I had a little misinformation. Some of the information said 12:30. Some said 1 o'clock. We actually went off right in the middle at 12:45. So all the results are in Meet Mobile, so if you download that and search for 2025 Ice Cube, you will find it, the meet, and then you can dig into the individual events, and then if you have specific swimmers, you can basically favorite them by clicking the star and then get all the results and get notified as they complete races. All right. So our lead swimmer in lane 4 is Henry Bryant, followed by lane 5, Daniel. All right, let's take a look at other swimmers turning here. Guessing 150, I'm losing place here. Yeah, I think we have finish coming in here for lane 4. Lane 6 will be turning. I believe lane 4 is finishing. Henry came in on a 2:33. He's just going just north of that. 2:35. Good swim early in the year. And Daniel into the wall, right on. Daniel C, 2:44.66. He goes 2:44.78, right on it. We have lane 3 and 2 coming into your frame now. William Crawford in 3, Caleb Lim in 2. William dropping time. He came in on a 3:16. He goes 3:08. Caleb in 2 did not have a seed time. He goes an impressive 3:16.17. Again, with that zeroed out time there, that's just a backup timer that was pushed. It's not an indication of DQ or anything like that. All right, top right. Oh, yeah. So this is heat 1, 100-yard breaststroke. Top right are your heat 2 swimmers. Four lanes of the pool here for the ladies. Rachel, Vivian, and Demi. Lanes 3, 4, and 5. You see them coming into your frame there. And then heat 2 swimmers, top right. Right side of your screen is Rachel, middle is Vivian, and then to the left we'll pick up Demi in a second. Just kind of that's the halfway mark, 50 split there on the board. 2 lanes down, 2 to go. All right, it'll be 25 to go at this left-hand wall. We'll have the finish here for Rachel in 3 and Vivian in 4. Lane 1, top of your screen. Nice job, ladies. 148-ish for both. All right, and here's Demi making her way back. See her coming under the flags here. This is heat 1 of 5. Here are the swimmers for heat number 2. Top right are your entries for heat 3 of 5. 2 is in the pool. Esme in 5, first to turn at that far end. We'll take a look at lanes 1 through 5 here, and then we'll pick up the other half on the next length back. Geneva in 8, making a strong first half push there. She did not have a seed time. Definitely got teammate support there, though. Bottom of your screen, great to see. All right, lane 5, first to turn. We'll give you a look here. This is lane 6, 7, and 8. Into the finish. Low time, 136.44 for Esme, dropping a bunch off a 2:00.49. That's 24 seconds, folks. Nice job. 139.07 for Geneva, down in 8. Impressive time. That was heat 2. Oh. Okay, update the names. Here we go with heat 3. Three of 5. Underway. Names for heat 4, top right. Close heat across the board. These seed times were 144 up to 152. Ooh. There'll be 25 to go at this wall. One more length. Lane 5, first to turn. Nina. Keep an eye on lane 7, big second half push there from Melina She goes low, 138.53. That's a big drop off a 150.11 seed. Emelina second to the wall, lane 5. Mena. Nice job, ladies. That was heat 3. Here's heat 4 swimmers. So heat 4 in the pool, names for 5, top right on deck. Lane 2 with a slight lead. This is Molly. I'll take you wide, see the whole field turning here. All right, Molly in 2 continues to lead. Lane 5, Piper. It's challenging. This is 5, 6, and 7. And as they come to the wall, Molly's gonna go low time. She came in 139.83. Just went 133.70. That's 6 plus. Nice swim, Molly. 137. For Sadie down in 8, 4-second improvement. Nice job. 134.87 was Maya in 7. 134.87. Came in on a 140.03. So that's 6 plus. Nice job, Maya Castillo. Final heat for the ladies. 4 heats for the guys up next. Names for heat 1, top right. All right, this is our 50 turn halfway mark, heat 5 of 5. First to turn, lane 4, followed by, lane 3 got the touch there. So Anna, Amelia, and Molly, 3, 4, 5. Amelia Palazzo in 4. Looks to be the first to turn at 75. This is lanes 3, 4, 5. We'll take it wide so you get to see the field. And into the wall, lane 4, 122.95 for Amelia, dropping a bunch off an Iridium. She had the low seed, 129.33. She just went 122.95. Great swim there. That is awesome. Okay, 4 heats for the guys. Well, 122.95. Got to look that one up. 100 breast, 4, 11, 12. All right, heat 1 for the guys, 1 of 4. Names for heat 2, top right. All right, here we are at the halfway part, 11-1200 breast. Yeah, so that's a state cut. State cut 125.79 for the 11-12 girls. Silver 132.7. Please don't hold me to those. I think those are accurate, but so nice job there for Amelia. That is a YMCA state time. Unfortunately, I see the official raising his hand. So he saw an infraction. He'll have another official come over. They'll consult and determine if that is worthy of a disqualification. That is lane 7. Matthew coming into the wall. 137. Nice time, Matthew. Fingers crossed it doesn't result in anything significant. So the official will just jump back. See, he still has his hand in the air. He's waiting for the lead official making her way down. She'll come into your picture just behind the scoreboard. They will consult. All right, we'll go back to the start, and here we are with Heat 2. Heat 2 of 4. Names updated for Heat 3, top right. Just to reiterate, if you are joining us, we did start earlier than anticipated. We started at 12:45. It is 1:18 now. So about half hour worth of swimming has been completed. At any point, you can rewind, watch it now, or watch it later tonight if you were interested in those relays that we started with. The information all is in Meet Mobile, which is available to download, phone or tablet. Do not need to pay the subscription price to see the results for this meet. So, all right, the guys down at the 75-yard mark. All right, the results are already posted in there for the relays and the fly, so if you're interested in seeing those are in Meet Mobile. Lane 8, little outside smoke there for Winston Potts. Swims a 139.15, came in on a 159. That's a 20-second improvement. Nice job, Winston. Who else went low? 143 for Colin Walsh, dropping 3+ seconds on a 146.59 seed. Good swim, guys. Here we are with Heat 3 of 4. Names for Heat 4, top right. And then after this, we'll go to a girls 100-yard IM, 5 heats there. That is lane 4 and then 3 turning there. Marcus in 4, Andrew in 3, leading them out halfway. lead two swimmers here. Half a pool to go to finish. All right, lane 3 is going to go low time, 128.78, sub 130. Nice swim there for Andrew. Came in on a 138.22. It's almost 10 seconds, 9.5. Huge drop, 129. Popovich also goes sub 130. Nice swim to Marcus. Final heat. Top right are the girls in the first of the IM up next. First heat. That was a look at lane 4. That is Shou Chen. All right, 25 to go is the boys' turn here. Lane 4, Shou goes low, 124.74. Dropping off an already impressive 127.10. Outside smoke there. Garrett Tufaro in 8 goes 125.6. Came in on a 136.7, folks. That's 10 plus. Great swim, Garrett. First heat for the girls. 100-yard IM. 4 lengths of the pool, 4 strokes, 25 yards of each stroke. As you can see, we're starting off with butterfly, then we'll go back, breast, and freestyle. Heat 1 of 5. Lane 7 there of note, Geneva Cheng, quick turnaround. Just called her name a little while ago. I guess a lot of the swimmers, based on order of events, might have quick turnarounds, but all right, halfway, breaststroke and freestyle to go. Since I have it open, I'll read it. 11-12 girls, 100 IM, state 112.89, silver 118. Boys, state 114.49, silver 119.99. Again, girls, 112.89, 118.39, different cuts, state and silver. Nice job. Geneva goes low there, 136. Did not come in with the seed time. Now we have one. Heat 2 up next. Two's in the pool. Names for three, top right. Take a look. You don't get a lot of good coverage. Lane 1, lane 2. We'll just pick this. There we go. Little outside smoke. Lane 1, lane 8 at the halfway mark, leading him out. Sub 30 up there for Isla in lane 1. Sub 40, pardon me, 39 something. All right, leading him out, Isla in 1 and Julia in 8. Little push here from lane 6, that's Isabel. Freestyle to go as they turn. Keep an eye, top of your screen, she's coming into the finish, she's under the flags. Low time here for Isla, came in 1:47.07. Folks, that's a 20-second drop off that seed time. She goes 1:26.96. What did I say? Nice swim there, ladies. This is heat 3. Names for 4, top right. Ooh. Lane 8, lane 4. We have lane 8 is Daniela and Nora in 4. Big push, lane 2, lane 5. Abby in 2. Right. Yeah. Nice swim. 1:27.2, low time there for Nora. Dropping about 4 plus off a 131 seed. Heather in 5 goes 1:28.06, improving off a 131.52. And then 1:30.45 for Daniela down the bottom. That's an 8-second improvement, folks. Heat 4 off, and Heat 5 names will get updated in a second. Second to last heat. This is 4 in the pool. Final heat names, top right. Lane 4 first, or lane 5, 4 and 5 kind of tight there. It's Madison in 4, Addison in 5. Up in lane 2 is Emma Halford. Lane 4 is going to go low. That's Madison. Came in on a 124.37. She goes 120.59. 3 3/4. Nice swim. That was heat 4. Here we go. Heat 5, final heat. 130, 122. Emma Halford in 2 in the previous race dropped 4+ seconds, 126.30 seed. She goes 122.05. Good stuff, ladies. Good stuff. Final heat. Heat 1 for the boys, top right. Kira McAndrew in 4, first to turn there, followed by lane 3, Cece Fitzgerald. Kira with a strong breaststroke there. This is lead swimmer Kara bringing it home. She goes 111.18, folks. Dropping 3+ off an already impressive 114.4. Nice job. 115.41 for CC. 115 improving. 0.3 down from 115.71. That was, and then 121. Couple second drops on the outside, lane 1, lane 8. Good job, ladies. Heat 1 of 5 for the guys. This is event 26. Names for heat 2, top right. We're going up to event 36 with the traditional odd number girls events, even number boys events. That is our lane 3 swimmer, Pero. Piero, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. There he is at the far end. He'll have 25 to go. Nice strong breaststroke. Unfortunately, official hand in the air. All right, we have a finish coming down here, lane 3. Did not have a seed time, but that's a great 127 put down. Nice swim. All right, 141 there for Kenny. Here comes Owen and Elon to the wall. Owen dropping about 3 3/4 seconds off of 156.37. Nice swim. That was heat 1 of 5. Here's our entries for heat 2. Top right, names for heat 3. On deck after the next couple races, which will wrap up this event 26, we'll go to 27. 50-yard backstroke, 5 heats there for the girls, 5 for the boys in event 28. First at the 50 is lane 7. Where the heck are we? Oh, I moved forward, folks. Henry Lucas. Keep an eye, lane 3, a big second half there on that breaststroke. That is Caden Chen. Here's Caden and Henry coming into the finish. We're almost even. Henry gets the touch, 125.98, dropping a bunch off a 143.85. Similarly, Caden up there in lane 3 goes 126.47, dropping off a 139.22. Nice job, guys. That was heat 2 of 5. Here we go with heat 3. So at the 25, lane 4, lane 6. Lane 4 is Henry, lane 6, Daniel. As they get into the backstroke. Now we're at the halfway mark. We got Breaston free to go. It is lane 4, then 5. Henry in 4, Ian in 5. Henry goes low on a 123.16. Nice swim because he's dropping off a 126.71. That's 3.5. This is heat 4. Whew. All right, names for 5 are updated top right. So again, just to reiterate, 100 IM, 411, 12, 114.49, stake cut, 119.99. Is silver. I'm sorry, the second time. I left everybody hanging there. Sorry about that. Didn't complete my thought. Lane 5 leading them home here, final 25, or the final 15 really at this point. Eric Sang goes low, 117.99, dropping almost 4 off of 121.72. 22. Daniel Sparts up in 1, went 122.50, dropping 3 off of 125.58. Oh, shucks. We don't have the right names. All right. Sorry, folks, I didn't get those names updated. I'll leave them there for a second. If anybody was clipping anything and want to make a reel, you'd have to do that and just steps on everybody. Sorry, though. This is Heat 5, final heat. That is lane 5 already turned, making their way back. We'll be at the halfway mark. That is Colin Relaford leading him out. Names on the top right for the girls up next in their event, their next event. All right, Colin still leads. Freestyle home. Came in on an impressive 115.40. He goes 113.65. Nice, almost 2-second drop on an already impressive time. A couple of those second half splits, sub 40. Nice job, guys. 121. 1.8 second improvement. Daniel Jack, lane 1, previous race. Wait, this isn't right, is it? Lanes 2 through 6. Oh, it is. All right, 50 backstroke, event 27, moving right along. Heat 1 of 5. Down and back, somewhat of a sprint. Names for Heat 2, top right. So on lane 5 swimmer, Sophia Lynn, dropping a bunch of time. She came in on a 50-52. She goes 37.8. So that was our Heat 1 of 5. Here we go with Heat 2. Lane 2, lane 4. Isabel and Zoe. Isabel goes low, 41.48 to a 41.84, both dropping time. Isabel came in 45.25. Heat 3. Looks like lane 4 is going low. That is Heather Davies. She goes low, 42.17, right on her seed. Everybody right on their seed in that race. Nice efforts. That was heat 3. Here we go with heat 4. This is heat 4 of 5. Lane 5 goes low, 38.8. Could be a little better on that. I don't know if we got a clean touch there for Camille. Dropping a half a second off of 39.20. 39, sub 40. Nora in 8 goes 39.5. Oh, where's the? No, helps if I hit the right button. Sorry, folks. Just real quick, Nora came in 41.95 in the last lane 8. Goes 39.56. So dropping 2 seconds, getting that sub 40 time. That weirdness you see on the scoreboard top left, that's on my side. I get interference every now and then, and I can't figure out why, but final heat for the ladies. Top right are the names for the first heat for the boys. Men, guys. All right, here they come into the finish already. It's going to be lane 4, Maeve D'Amico, going 31.55, impressive. Already had a 32.20 she came in with, which was a great time, and she just dropped on that, 31.55. Nice swim, Maeve. Kiera McAndrew improving, swam where is she? Came in 34.58, dropped almost a second there, goes 33.65. Heat 1 of 5 for the boys. Up on the top of your screen, Matthew did not have a seed time. Just swam a very impressive 35.8 though. Would have put him in heat 5 of 5, so that would have been one of the top 8 times today. If he had that prior to today, that's my point. I'm just giving you some perspective, some you know, Matthews never swum that, so he didn't have a seed time, and therefore he's just put in the first heat. This is our heat 2. Names for 3, top right. Winston Potts, lane 4, first to turn at the 25. Winston came in on a 43.97 seed. We're dropping a bunch on that. That's 4, almost 5 seconds. Awesome swim. 4-second drop for Jackson Carter down there in lane 8, previous heat. Heat 3 of 5 in the pool. Names for 4, top right. Lanes 4, 5, 6. Tight one. Half a second separating them. Low time goes to Peng. Noah. Sub 40. Came in 41.49. Nice improvement. Similar, Cal Orski last heat. Also went sub 40. Nice job. Lane 5 going low. That is, who's that? That's Leo. 37.19. Nice swim. Dropping off at 38.17, second and a half. Final heat. All right, 200 IM is on deck. Those are the names you see top right of your screen. This is final heat here. Heat 5 of 5. Lane 4 and 5. Lane 4 is Ryan. Lane 5, Ryan. Looks like lane 4 is going low, Ryan. Big drop, 35.26, nice swim. Sorry, right on his seat, sorry. 35, 37s, everybody's kind of right on it. Good effort, guys. 200-yard IM for the ladies. If I hit the right button, sorry. Heat 1 of 2, so 2 lengths of each stroke. Nice part, we get to see the ladies turn around and we get to see some faces. All right, butterfly's going to be wrapped up here. All right, lead swimmer on the top right is on freestyle. We'll come back to this end. You see her coming top third lane down. Let's see Demi doing breaststroke coming at us. We'll have freestyle to go. That's a finish up there for Lena. She goes 2:57. Nice swim, sub 3. That was lane 3. Here is lane 4. Maya finishing. Demi coming under the flag. She'll have freestyle to go. Amelie in 6 will be finishing. This is heat 1 of 2 for the 200-yard IM. All right, nice job, Demi. Way to push it home. All right, that is heat 1 of 2. Here we go. Heat 2 of 2. Then we'll have 2 heats on the boys' side. All right, 1 leg down, 50 yards down, 3 or 150 yards to go. That is lane 4, Anna Olivia leading them out there. We get a quick view of the backstroke. Seems like the loudest it's been here on this heat 2 of 2. We'll jump to the start end. This will be 100 yards complete, breaststroke freestyle to go as the ladies turn here. So we have Anna Olivia in 4, followed by Grace in 5. And then Addison up in 1, third place running order. Take a look as they're coming at us here. This will be halfway through the breaststroke. Swing down to the start end. This would be transition to freestyle. 200-yard IM, 11, 239, 240. So just for some perspective, 200-yard IM, state 239.99, silver 249.49. All right, lead swimmers 25 to go. Ladies pushing each other. Imagine you can hear that. Pretty loud. 2:45, 2:46. Those are a couple silver times there, folks. Bettering that 2:49 time. Nice push, ladies. Okay, that's going to wrap up the ladies' side. Here we go with the guys. Heat 1 of 2. All right. 4 boys in the pool. Hundred-yard freestyle will be coming up after we have this. Then we have one more heat of this 200 IM. Then we go to 100-yard free. This is a look at lanes 5 and 6. 6 with the white cap to your left, to the left. That's Leo and Choate in 5. Coming into your picture is Daniel in 4. And Arav will be coming in lane 3. There he is. All right, freestyle transition there. 4 lanes, 4 and then 3. We're finishing up here in 6. Nice swim there, 2:47 for Leo. Big drop, Jen, 2:54 for Show. He came in on a 3:21. Nice swim there, big drop. This is Daniel coming into the wall to finish. He finishes 3:16 right on his seed. And Arav in 3 will come into your picture just outside behind the scoreboard. This was our heat 1 of 2. Here's our swimmers for the final heat, heat 2 of 2. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. It is very loud, so. And you see his left shoulder, bottom right of the screen, white shirt. One of the officials asking for silence. There is sort of a buzz. Okay, we're underway. No DQs issued for something like that. So this is the final, heat 2 of 2. Names you see top right are the 100-yard freestyles, heat 1 of 6 for the girls next. All right, 50 down. We'll go to backstroke here. All right, at the 100, transitioning to breast, then free. Sad to report, looking outside, all that little snow cover we had this morning is all gone. Now that we got this afternoon sun. All right, we're coming into the finish. Lane 4, lane 6, big push here from the boys. Lane 4 goes low, 239 for Preston Munn, dropping off a 245. Lane 6, Marcel, 241, dropping off his 248.59. Nice job, guys. All right, so that's gonna wrap up that. Move to 100 free. Oh. All right. Quick goggles right there, good job. Nice teammate or something, I don't know. Could be her own, but all right, keep an eye. Oh, what's going on? Lane 3 coming down. So lane 5, not lane 5. Yeah, lane 5 didn't have goggles when she got up, got them. And then lane 3 started stepping down, so the official had everybody step down. This is heat 1 of 6. 100 free, 4 lengths. We're underway. All the swimmers in this heat did not have a seed time, so NT. Here are the ladies at the 50. Weird. And we're into the finish. Sorry, a little slow there. Changing 122 for. Wait, where am I? Ah, there we are. Julia. Sorry. Low time in this heat. All right. And Demi bringing it home. Just swam the 200 IM too, right? Nice job. That was heat 1. Here's our entries for heat 2. It's noisy. Two's in the pool. So I have a microphone that's kind of hanging over more in the pool area than up here in the balcony. And I need to take my headphones off, and it just seems noisy at the start. And that microphone shouldn't be that loud, but maybe it is. All right, a little outside smoke here. Keep an eye on lane 8. Amelia Palazzo, first to turn, turning at 33.90. Oh, she didn't have a seed time coming in, so we'll see where she goes. Up there, Mina in lane 3, putting together a good race. We'll rewind real quick. Let's jump to the finish here. Lane 8, this is Amelia. She goes 109.01. That's awesome time. See her on the bottom right. Oop. Lane 3 bringing it home, 117.27 for Mina. Big drop, one off a 132.06 seed. Nice job. This was heat 2 of 6. Here we go, heat 3. I'm gonna take. Yes, I took my headphones off. It's fairly noisy at the start, but all right. This is heat 3 in the pool. Names for 4 updated on the top right. This will be the 50 turn. Leading them out is lane 5, Nora, followed by 7, Geneva. All right, here we come into the finish. That is lane 5. Nora came in on a 122.7. We're dropping 2.5 on that. 121.59 for Virginia Geneva. She came in on a 125.45. That's almost 4 seconds. Heat 4. Fall in, it's fine. All right, so the official said stand. And again, as you're a swimmer, you hear take your mark. Next sound you expecting is go, not stand. So no DQs issued. The official didn't see somebody either set or somebody moving and opted to have them reset. Now, we are underway here with Heat 4. Names for 5 already updated top right. Keep an eye on lane 1, top of your screen there for Mary Matthey. Little outside smoke. Mary and Sadie 1 and 8. See if they can hold it on the second half. Again, outside smoke is just the term because the middle of the pool has the lower seed times coming in. So they have it at the 75. We'll see. Middle of the pool. Looks like lanes 3, 4, and 5. Little kick there. That is Maddie, Zara, and Aubrey. Might hold it. Lane 8, nice push here coming from Sadie. We got outside smoke, 8 and 1. Nice job, ladies. 122.47 was Sadie Seed. She goes 118.37. 122.12 was Mary Seed. She goes 119.52. Nice job, ladies. Heat 5 of 6. Yeah, it's a couple swimmers getting off real slow. I don't know. Again, I'm mostly a spectator at this point. I'm thinking of me like a spectator with video camera, but I don't know if swimmers are not hearing the start well. If you go back and look at that start, it looked like lanes 2, 3, and so on got off a little slow. All right, names are updated for Heat 6. The final heat will be up next. Lane 3 made up for any slowness, though. That is Catherine. Looks like lane 6, Mina was first to turn. All right, this is Heat 5 of 6. We're tight here between lanes 5 and 6. 112.36, 112.49. Low time goes to lane 5. Pardon me, Anna Rose dropping second and a half off her 114 flat. This is final heat. Test. Final heat, then we have 6 heats for the boys. You see their names on the top right already. Front half being led out by Maeve in 4. 28.6 front half. Came in on a 59.9, so already sub 1. All right, nice swim. Maeve goes low, 101.60. 104.5 for Sophia, right on her seed. 13. Dropping on the outside, Vivian in 8, 113.57. Seed goes 109. Esme in 1, seed was 113. She went 111.2, 2.2. Nice drop. Here's the boys' first heat. Names for heat 2, top right. All right, 6 heats for the boys. Then we have 50 butterfly. And I'm just catching up on comments. Sorry, folks, I have not been looking at Megan Sullivan, maybe. Let's go Meadowlands Sharks from Lusarda. Cheers from San Diego. Megan, I got to tell you, I spent last weekend at Joshua Tree and Big Bear Lake. Love Southern California. My daughter goes to school there, grabbed an RV, had the time of our life, so. If you're still out there, Megan Shull, 13:49. All right, low time there. Carranza, Piero did not come in with the seed time. Here we go, next heat. Here we go with heat 2. Yeah, we got Megan, just to wrap up my thought of the whole RV thing. We were in Joshua Tree. It wasn't bad, 50 degrees at night. I looked this week and it was like 29, so we got lucky on timing. But for anybody that's never been, it's an interesting area. You know, daytime, get up in the 60s, nighttime, and we also went to Paris Lake, which is a pretty neat little area to go hiking. So. All right, low time here is Wing in 5. Bradley came in on a 120.98, high 120, goes mid 119. That was heat 2. Here we go with heat 3. Heat 3 in the water, names for 4, top right. All right, one last San Diego thought, just twofold. One is 2 points on it. One is it wasn't on my daughter's radar, so she goes to UC San Diego, so everybody knows UCLA, but there's multiple schools. She goes to UC San Diego. It wasn't on her radar, loves it. And there's a swimmer from New Jersey swimming there, so Danny Carter's her name. She swam at Mount St. Mary's High School. So it's an interesting New Jersey tie-in to that school. So that's it. And then other big swimmers, they're out there for Cal and other programs. But swimming outdoors is a pretty cool thing that you don't get to do much here in Jersey. Low time there, lane 1, Anton goes 1:11.76, dropping huge, 8 seconds off of 1:19.84. 1:14, 6-second drop for Hudson down in 8. This is heat 4 about to start. Yeah, the only thing with Megan, again, I just made a new friend. I'm going to talk to you all day now. Joshua Tree during Thanksgiving week was a little tough to get parking inside the park, so, but still beautiful. And we drove kind of north to south through, and it was pretty incredible. And I just got to find another way to spend my national park dollars out here in New Jersey, because we don't have as many as rest of the country, so that'll be my summer mission. All right, into the finish. Lane 4 is going low. 1:09.39 for Ryan, dropping off a 1:13.86. Great swim there. Here we go, 5 of 6. All right, so you can probably hear the volume of the whistle there. See what the volume of the horn. It's muted. All right. All right, heat 5, second to last is in the pool. These guys are flying. Names for 6, top right. This will be the halfway, the 50-yard mark. That is Tufaro and Garrett in 7, first to turn, 31.22. He came in 1:07.22. See if he could put together maybe a 33 on the back half of this. I see that comment in there for Winston. We're cheering for him. Look at that, 105.27. Nice drop. Almost, no, wait, where are you? Garrett, 113.30. Seed goes 105.27. Awesome. Way to go, Garrett. Where are we? Final heat. Here's the boys' names. Okay, we're underway with the final heat. Nice. All right, now Jay Potts is saying it's nice in Phoenix. You guys are rubbing it in. At the beginning of I had a picture of the little snow we had covering the grass and the sidewalks. That's gone now, but I think we had 12 degrees Thursday morning, so. Lane 4, first to turn. That is Peter. All right, so this is the tradition. This is the inverse of what I said outside smoke earlier. So this is the chevron or the inverted V, where you have middle of the pool, lower seed times, and that's when you get this kind of shape. This is kind of putting it to a T. Here, take a look at it from above and into the finish. Peter's coming home, 58.27. improving on an already impressive 59.80. Nice job. That's a second and a half already improvement on an awesome 59.80. Nice swim, Peter. Where are we? We're going to 50 butterfly. We have these names updated. Heat 104. So there too, lane 7. Just a little slow start there for lane 7. And again, I'm just an observer up here with the video camera and internet connection. This is event 33. Again, we're going up to 36 in the events. 100 fly, we're coming into the finish already. That is lane 4, Daniela. She goes 41.33, improving off of 49.19. That's 7 3/4 seconds. Awesome swim. Here's our swimmers in heat 2, 2 of 4. Underway. And I didn't on the last one. I should have jumped to the camera to get some face shots as the ladies turn. We get a little bit here. I'm going to zoom up to Julia up in 1. Give a little camera time for that top of the pool. And into the finish. All right, interesting here coming up. Take a look, lanes, low time, I'm sorry. Outside Cubs, Julia goes low there, 42.26. Look at lane 7, oh, where are we? Why did I not? Sorry, folks, and that's why I was. Look at 7 and 8, Bostwick. I'm assuming sisters, both 11 years old. Interestingly, they're lined up next to each other, and there's the. And again, they're not. Their times, they actually had somebody between them. That's even more incredible. So their seed times 43.19, 43.41. Emily up in 1 was between them 43.36. So without that, they would have been in kind of 7 and 1 or 8 and so on. But they're in 7 and 8, and here they are, bottom of your screen. Lorna in 7, Thea in 8, coming into your screen here. All right, low time there, lane 1. Emily, 43.36 seed, goes 37.27. Nice improvement. And I haven't updated the names because I'm talking. Sorry, folks. We'll get them. Shucks. I was a little slow. Here's the names. Final heat. I really apologize. All right, take a look. Ladies are ready at the far end of the pool. Names for the boys, top right of your screen. Lane 4, Kiera coming home, fast. 31.60, improving over 32.95. Nice swim. That's 1.3 on an already impressive time. Great swim. All right, here's the guys' first heat. $31.60 was Kiera, $31.60. All right, this is heat 1 of 5 on the boys' side. All right. Olivia, I see your comment there. Thea and Lorna, my favorite twins, your cousins cheering you on. From Orange, I assume Orange County? Everybody's rubbing it in with the nice weather spots. Glad you can join us. And for your sake, all the West Coasters, glad that this session was not our morning, which kicked off at 8 a.m. But I would hope you'd wake up and watch. But again, if anybody's curious, you can rewatch this at any point. You can pause. If you want to go get a drink or something to eat. And the stream will be available to rewatch later and tomorrow. This is now heat 2 of 5. So heat 2 of 5 is in the pool. Let's get some faces here. All right, coming into the finish here. Lane 4 is going low. That is Bentley Orr. Came in on a 46.87. He just went 41.56. Dropping time. There we go, heat 3 of 5. Names for 4, top right. All right, into the wall. Look at lane 8, Jack. 43.55 seed. He goes 36.49. Nice drop. That was heat 3. This is heat 4. Names for 5, top right. All right, if anybody's dropping off, because we only have the 200 backstroke left to go. Glad you can join us today. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. Thanks for everybody near and far joining. We're back tomorrow. We have 3 more sessions. Same structure of the different age groups. Start with the young kids around 8 or so. Then we have the midday session and then the 13 and overs in the evening. Here we go, final heat 5. Low time that last one, 36.18 from lane 5, Ryan Chen. It's a 3-second drop off of 39.12. So our lane 4 swimmer coming home. I should know his first name by now. 29.71, dropping off his 29.83. Way to go, sub 30. Nice swim, Peter. Okay, so that's going to wrap up that. We'll go to event 35, 200-yard backstroke. We'll need the boys to get out of the pool. Ladies in lanes 2 through 7 will be hopping in for heat 1 of 3. Names for heat 2, top right. All right, this is 200 backstroke, so 8 lengths of the pool. This will be the 50 split here on the right-hand wall. $75 yards on the left-hand side. We'll be at the 100th. That's our lead swimmers here at the start end. And it's lane 5, Vivian. All right, so lead swimmers going left to right will be at 150 on this wall. This is Vivian in 4. She'll have down and back to go, 209.21 cumulative there. Followed by lane 6, Molly. And then Zahara in 7. All right, she's already down at the far wall here. It's lane 5 turned, and then 6. And stay here for a second. As soon as Vivian's back under the other flags, we'll jump there. Here she is coming home. Nice swim. She goes 251, dropping a bunch off a 332. 39, 40, close to 40, right? I don't know, the math's a little hard today. Yeah, it's over 40 because 332 down to a 251. Nice job. All right, a couple swimmers coming home. That was heat 1 of 3. Names you see top right are your heat 2 swimmers. And here they are with their lane assignments. Names for 3, updated top right. That is lane 6, Lily Gruppo, first to turn at the far end. Here are the ladies turning at the 50. All right, lead group left-hand side. That'll be 75 yards complete. We'll catch Lily, lead swimmer here coming in. She'll be finishing. No, sorry. No, we're not finishing here. Sorry, this will be 150. This whole group here will be at 150, lanes 1 through 5. Just missed the touch on lane 1. So those touch pads, if you're either off center or too low, it won't register. I think this is Matthys 150 there. She'll have down and back to go. And lane 8, Chloe, she'll be coming down into your frame shortly. This is the finish here for Lily. She goes 2:38. That's dropping 30 off at 3:10. Lane 8 will have 50 to go. The swimmers out in 7 and 8. Good job, Mary. 3:20. Mary dropping time, came in on a 3:20.66. She goes 3:15.62. That's 5 plus. All right, Chloe Youssef bringing it home. Good job, ladies. So that was heat 2 of 3. Here we go. Entries for heat 3. Final race for the ladies during this session. Names you see top right is heat 1 of 4 for the guys, men, boys. Underway. That is Maeve in lane 4, first to turn, 36.6 on that front 50. All right, everybody's turned at the 50. We'll swing you all the way down to the far end. So Maeve in 4, followed by Grace in 5, and then Emily in 6. All right, so this is the 100. Yep. Trying to squeeze that into this camera, and all the 8 lanes didn't fit. All right, we'll go wide here. So lead swimmer, middle of the pool, coming back at us. That is Maeve D'Amico. She'll be at 150. Maeve seed time was a 2:40.03. You can do the math there. She's splitting 40s on a 2:57. Hold that 40, will improve on the time. Take a look, Maeve there turning at the far end. All right. Maeve in the red cap coming in for the finish, improving on that already impressive 2:40. She goes 2:35.17. Nice job. This is Grace coming in. Grace came in right on her seed. Nice swim. Drop up there for Piper in lane 1. Seed 3:02, swims a 2:56. Nice 8-second drop. Lane 8, Liliana came in seed 3:05.86, goes 2:59.80. That's a 6-second drop. Good job, ladies. That's going to wrap up the ladies, girls. Here we go. First heat for the boys, heat 1 of 4. You're jumping off. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. Mike from Common Guy Sports. See you hopefully tomorrow. Underway, heat 1 of 4. Leo, Brady, Caleb, and Bradley. That's lanes 3 through 6. All right, here are the guys at the 50. Lead swimmer there in lane 4 is Brady, followed by Leo in 3. And turning there is Caleb in 4, and then Bradley in, Caleb in 5, Bradley in 6. All the way at the far end already. All right, guys, into the finish there. I looked away. Brady goes low time, 2:51. Nice swim. That would have put him in heat 3 of 4, just for perspective. So that was our heat 1 of 4. Here we go with heat 2 swimmers about to step in. Three more races, this and then 2 more. The boys are off. Keep an eye. Lane 1 is Ryan Chen. Looks first to turn at the 50. Followed by lane 3, Logan, and then lane 8, Ryan. "75 yards at this left-hand wall." This will be our 100 turn here. Ryan in 1 continues to lead. Take you to the far wall. This will be 125, right? We'll be at 150 here. 2 lengths to go. All right, wide view here. So lead swimmer, top left, lane 1, going left to right. Kind of got to get a little screen time so far away. Maintaining a nice steady head there. Great swim, great form, Ryan. And he'll be into the finish. Nice job. And then Ryan down in 8. Finishing. So 250, 254. Nice swim, guys. This was heat 2. Names for 3, top right. Here we go, heat 3. All right, second to last race in the pool underway. Boys are at the far end, 25 done of the 200. Two, 4, 5. Lane 2, Emmeline. Lane 4, Daniel. Lane 5, Oliver. First 3 to turn. Boys will be at 75 at this wall. This is our 100 split. All right, we're at 150 here. Lane 4, Daniel Waller. 2:03.65 cumulative, just split about a 43. Daniel came in on a 252 seed. He's already at that far wall. 25 to go for him. See what's left in the tank. Let's follow Daniel home here for the final. Nice job, and he looks up. 2:43 for Daniel. Dropping a bunch, 9 seconds off a 2:52 seed. This is final race. Here we go, here's the guys. We're underway. Low seed here was Colin Relaford, 2:33 in lane 4. That's a state cut for Colin, 200 back, 239.99 is state, 253 is silver for the 11 and 12-year-olds. So congrats to you, Colin. All right, the guys at the 75-yard mark at this left side. Again, 200 back, 239.99 is state, 253.99 is silver. Lane 2 with the push here. Got to look at that split from Marcus, 37.5. He's a second faster than Collins. second 50. Let's take a look at that. What's going on up here? Lane 2, lane 4. Maybe Marcus turned a split or a fraction fast first. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting the words out, folks. All right, here they are at the 150. Marcus came in on a 242 seed. Look at that, he's at a 158, splitting a 37. Let's take a look at that far wall. Lane 2, second from the top. Lead swimmer Marcus Popovich came in again 242.2. Colin Relaford came in 233. And where are we? Are we in the 2.3s? Jesus, guys, hello! 2:28, awesome! Nice swim, guys. 2:30.93 for Colin, improving off his 2:33.03. But hello, I don't know, swim of the day? Sorry, folks, I'm kind of a little distracted. Marcus Popovich came in 242, just went 228. We got to go up here. Let's see. Let's check in. How are you, Marcus? How you feeling? I hate to put the kid under pressure. I want a reaction, though. I don't think he knows we're looking at him, but... All right, that's called putting a huge effort. Nice sportsmanship there, too. Hey, guys, good job. I believe that was Colin. I don't know, he had a silver cap. All right, I don't mean to be too TMZ-like, but I'm going to stick here a second, see if we get a coach reaction. I think this is still him, right? All right. Well, folks, that's it for racing. I got effort of the day, Marcus Popovich. I think that's still you walking away. I don't know if I don't know. A couple other guys from that race right there. Maybe that is, I don't know. I'm giving effort of the day right there to Marcus Popovich. Huge. It's up on the board, 228.55. That is 200 back. I'm double checking. Yeah. State cut 239.9 for 11, 12-year-old boys. So huge. Awesome. All right, this is Mike, Common Guy Sports, wrapping up. We're back for another session shortly. 3:15 here, real time. We're going to sign off. We're back tomorrow for the same age group, so hope you enjoyed the coverage. We'll be back later and tomorrow, so see you soon. Take care.